The car market's in trouble. People can't make their payments. The average new car payment is over $740. The average used car payment is over $500. But the average truck you see going down the road, or Tahoe, it's going to be over $1,000 payment. Over 20% of buyers have over $1,000 payments, and it's becoming more common. It's like a mortgage payment on a vehicle. $1,000 payments left and right. And think about interest rates. They've been pretty high over the last few years. People are getting 7-8% on new with good credit, and subprime lending is becoming more and more common because so many people are not making their payments on credit cards and all this stuff. It's ruining their credit. They have repossessions. And so if they go get a new car, they're going to be that subprime. They're going to pay 22% interest. It's such a bad situation. The only reason they can even get approved is because a dealership pays bank fees for bad credit. Because dealerships want to sell volume. So if they have to pay a little fee to get someone approved, they'll pay the fee because the bank knows there's a high chance they're going to have to go repo that vehicle. So it's basically like a repossession fee. They're already getting their money up front. And in the United States, repossession rates have just risen the highest in over a decade. So more people are getting their car repoed. It's just a fact. 59% of Americans don't even have $1,000 for an emergency. And with vehicles becoming more unreliable and costing so much more to repair, if something goes wrong, it's going to cost more money. And so it's just a bad situation. A lot of people, if you go to CarMax, you're seeing super high mile cars that should not sell for what they are. And someone's going to get into it for a 72-month loan, probably a 22+% interest rate, and they're going to end up getting it repoed. And repos are just getting way more common. They're winding right back up at the auction all over the place. And what were dealerships and manufacturers expecting? When they rose the price to the moon, do they really think Ford, General Motors, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, do you think this is what your average customer can really afford? But their mindset is just push the payment out farther. I mean, they're going to be having 96-month loans before too long. Because how else can they sell these vehicles when they cost $100,000? I mean, you go to any Ford dealership in your local area, you will see a $100,000 vehicle. It's just insane, and the amount of depreciation. So you're buying these vehicles, they depreciate so quick, especially when you paid MSRP or over MSRP, which so many buyers did. And even on used cars back then, 21, 22, they paid over MSRP on a used car with 30 or 40,000 miles. It was a bad situation. And they probably went to the finance box, did all this, so people are stuck like Chuck in these cars. They can't get out of it. They can't sell it because they didn't buy it properly. They probably didn't put any money down, so they're just owing way more than the car's actually worth. The average is over $7,000 in negative equity, but it's going to rise. We're going to see $10,000, probably $12,000 becoming the norm before too long because so many people are upside down. But I know every automotive manufacturer has their own bank, and their mindset is just increase that loan term, because it's all about getting the payment where it needs to be. But the unfortunate part is dealerships do nothing but raise the payment, selling $300 nitrogen-filled tires and all these BS add-ons they do on vehicles. It's like you did nothing but put your customers even farther behind. So people that have the money, first, they're probably not even buying cars to begin with right now, really, because they're like, it's so overpriced. But they screwed over all these payment buyers by adding all these extra add-ons and all this stuff and selling the car over MSRP. So now they try to come back, get a new car a few years later. Well, they're not going to get improved now unless they put money down, because banks are really starting to tighten up. They're increasing their loan loss provision because people are not making their payments. So now they're actually needing money down. They're needing all this stuff. So now it is harder for these dealerships to get people with bad credit approved, and also having so much negative equity becoming so common. The bank only allows so much money to be rolled over to the loan to value ratio. So when you have $10,000, $20,000 of negative equity, you can't get a new car. You're stuck like Chuck with that. But dealerships and manufacturers really found a way to screw their most loyal customers. Manufacturers and dealers got so greedy they had to maximize their profit during the few years. And all these people can't get new cars, but they would keep buying them, but now they can't get approved. But now people are keeping their vehicles for longer, and the United States sold fewer vehicles in 2024 than they did in 2016. But I guarantee you there's more dealerships in your area, there's more salespeople, but they're selling less volume. But they were making a lot more money per unit, but it's all shifting. Now that rebates are back and discounts are back, there's no more market adjustments, all that stuff's over. And there are so many dealerships that are drinking the Kool-Aid, they will never get off of market adjustments and $500 nitrogen-filled tires. They're going to keep doing it until they run out of customers completely. But it's finally starting to catch up to them as repo rates rise, negative equity rises, payments rise, as prices rise. There is a breaking point, and people can't do it anymore when their vehicles are so dang expensive. And the only plan they have is to increase the loan term probably to 96 plus months. But of course, it's the only way they can actually sell these super overpriced vehicles is going to be that super long financing, and people are just saying, no, it's unreliable, it's overpriced. Let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.